So listen, this one right here hurts on a different level, because this isn't just reality TV drama. This is about loyalty, betrayal, and a woman who held a man down through prison bars, court dates, public humiliation, and endless rumors, only to find out the truth in the most heartbreaking way possible. Yandy Smith was always painted as the strong one, the ride or die, the woman who never broke no matter how heavy things got. But this time, the cracks showed, and baby, when they showed in public. Nobody expected Yandy to be the one breaking down. Nobody expected tears instead of strength. And nobody saw this secret engagement coming, because while Yandy was out here protecting her family, holding the brand together, and defending her marriage like her life depended on it, Mendeecees was allegedly living a whole other reality, one that involved his ex, Erika, whispered promises, and a ring that wasn't meant for Yandy's finger. And once that truth came out, everything changed. People always say reality TV isn't real, but the pain on Yandy's face, that was real. The silence after the rumors hit, real. And the moment she realized she might have been fighting alone this whole time, that's something no camera can fake. Now, before we get into the mess, let's rewind a little, because you can't understand this breakdown without knowing everything Yandy put on the line. Yandy Smith wasn't just some random woman who fell into love and hip-hop fame. She was already a powerhouse before the cameras even turned on. Smart, driven, business-minded, and respected behind the scenes. She wasn't chasing clout, she was building empires. When she got with Mendeecees, she didn't just fall in love with a man, she fell in love with a vision of family, loyalty, and forever. And she believed in him even when the world didn't. From the very beginning, though, the red flags were waving. Mendeecees came with a complicated past, multiple baby mamas, unresolved relationships, and a lifestyle that didn't exactly scream stability. Erika was already in the picture, and so was the tension. The warnings were loud. Friends told her, the streets told her, even the show told her. But Yandy believed love could fix what history broke. Then came the legal trouble, the court cases, the prison sentences, and through it all, Yandy stayed. She answered phone calls from behind bars, she showed up to visits, she held his name down when people dragged it through the mud. She stood in front of cameras and defended a man who couldn't even stand next to her physically. That's not light love, that's heavy commitment. They had kids together, they blended families, they even had that big, beautiful televised wedding that made fans believe in fairy tales again. Even when it came out later that the marriage paperwork wasn't what everyone thought, Yandy still stood 10 toes down. She said the commitment was real, the love was real, and the intention was real. But what nobody knew, what nobody expected, was that while Yandy was fighting for her marriage in public, something was quietly forming in the shadows. And this is where the story takes a turn. Because Erika wasn't just an ex, she was a chapter that never really closed. She was the woman who shared a child with Mendeecees, the woman who always felt like she was pushed aside for Yandy's spotlight. And over the years, there had been tension, shade, and back and forth between the two women, but nothing prepared anyone for what came next. Rumors started circulating. Whispers at first, then screenshots, then subtle posts that didn't make sense until they did. People noticed Erika glowing differently, moving differently, speaking like a woman who knew something the rest of us didn't. And slowly, the word started spreading that Mendeecees wasn't just talking to Erika, he was building something with her. But here's the twist. This wasn't just sneaky messages or late-night calls. Allegedly, this man was emotionally invested. Promises were being made, futures were being discussed, and according to the streets, there was a secret engagement happening behind the scenes. A ring. Let that sink in. While Yandy was publicly holding on to a marriage that was already fragile, Mendeecees was allegedly preparing to put a ring on another woman's finger. And not just any woman, but the one person whose name had always been a sore spot in Yandy's relationship. And once that truth finally started to surface, it didn't come from a private conversation. It came from the internet, from posts, from people talking, from fans putting pieces together before Yandy even had the full picture herself. And that's the part that broke her. Because imagine being the last one to know that your relationship is falling apart. Yandy tried to keep it together. She tried to stay calm. She tried to protect her kids. But the weight of it all hit her at once. The years she sacrificed, the battles she fought, the times she defended Mendeecees when it would have been easier to walk away. And now, realizing that while she was fighting for him, he may have already chosen someone else. That's when the breakdown happened. Cameras caught her quieter than usual, less confident, less sure. The woman who always had an answer suddenly didn't. Her voice cracked when she talked about loyalty. Her eyes filled when she spoke about commitment. And for the first time, Yandy admitted that she didn't know where her marriage stood. She wasn't crying over gossip. She was crying over betrayal. Because cheating hurts, but being replaced, that hits deeper. And knowing it was with someone who had always been a threat to your peace, that's a different kind of pain. People online had opinions, of course. Some blamed Mendeecees, some blamed Erika. Some even blamed Yandy for staying too long. But none of those opinions mattered in that moment. What mattered was that Yandy was facing the reality that the man she built her life around may have already emotionally checked out. And Erika, she didn't stay silent. She moved like a woman who felt validated, like someone who believed she had finally won. Her energy shifted, her confidence was loud, and the rumors of an engagement only fueled the fire. She didn't need to say much. Her silence spoke volumes, and that silence was deafening for Yandy. What made it worse was the timing. Yandy was already under pressure, balancing motherhood, career moves, public scrutiny, and the emotional weight of holding a family together. She was stretched thin, and this revelation felt like the final blow. Friends noticed the change. Fans noticed it too. The spark was gone. The fighter was tired. And the woman who once said letting go wasn't an option was now forced to consider it. This wasn't just about cheating. It was about trust being shattered after years of sacrifice, about realizing that love alone isn't enough if respect isn't present, about understanding that loyalty should never be one-sided. Yandy had built her identity around being strong for everyone else, but in this moment, she had to face her own heartbreak. She had to grieve the future she thought she was building, and she had to do it while the world watched. The emotional impact rippled through every part of her life. Her kids felt the tension. Her work felt heavier. Her smile didn't hum as easy. And the woman who once spoke so confidently about forever was now questioning everything. And here's the part that really hurts. Yandy didn't just lose trust in Mendeecees. She lost trust in her own judgment. She questioned whether she ignored too many signs, whether she fought too hard for someone who wasn't fighting back, whether loving deeply cost her too much. That kind of self-doubt doesn't fade overnight. But even in her lowest moment, Yandy didn't crumble completely. She cried, yes. She broke down, yes. But she also started waking up to the reality that choosing herself might finally be the answer. Because strength doesn't always look like staying. Sometimes strength looks like walking away, even when it hurts. As for Mendeecees, the silence said everything. No long explanations, no public apologies that matched the damage done, just a man caught between past and present, leaving destruction in both. And Erika, whether the engagement was real or just another chapter in a toxic cycle, one thing was clear. This triangle caused real pain, and no one walked away untouched. In the end, Yandy's breakdown wasn't weakness, it was honesty. It was the moment she stopped pretending everything was okay. It was the moment she allowed herself to feel what she had been holding in for years. And maybe that breakdown was necessary. Because sometimes you have to fall apart to finally see the truth. The truth that love should never cost you your peace. The truth that loyalty should be mutual. and the truth that no matter how much history you share with someone, you don't owe them your future if they keep disrespecting your heart. Yandy's story isn't over. This chapter hurt, but it also opened her eyes. And while the betrayal was loud, her healing will be louder. So now the question is, what's next for Yandy? Will she finally choose herself, or will the past keep pulling her back? One thing's for sure, this breakdown changed everything. And the next move she makes, everybody's watching.